Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Mara Weinstein, and today I'm reacting to viral skincare content that's been blowing up on social media. As someone who treats skincare daily and sees the aftermath of bad skincare advice, I need to set the record straight on what's actually safe versus what's just good for views. So let's dive in and separate the science from the hype. Oh my gosh, this is my absolute worst nightmare. She's doing her skincare without washing her hands. Who knows where those hands have been? If you've been outdoors, if you've been driving, if you've been touching door handles, think about all that bacteria that then you're transferring to the face. It is so important to wash your hands before you touch your face. In fact, I often tell my patients, do not touch your face throughout the day. You could be introducing bacteria all day long. It's an absolute must to wash your hands. I wonder how much this has happened to people who are wearing LED masks. They can be so effective and so helpful for the skin, but they look ridiculous. So this is a very funny video. I think it's hilarious, but you know, LED masks are great. They have a lot of hype right now. I stand firm in my belief that in-office LED masks are so much more effective than at-home LED masks. But if you are getting in-office procedures and seeing nice results, then having that LED mask at home can help you maintain those results. So this is great. I think it's important to show that if you have an LED mask at home, you should be using it regularly to see maximum results. Okay, so plastic wrapping your moisturizer, this just seems, first of all, unsafe, and secondly, ridiculous. Okay, so let's just say, first things first, don't we all tell our kids not to put plastic over their heads? I mean, think about all the potential risks related to just applying plastic on the face. So if young kids are watching this at home, please do not apply plastic to your face. Number one. Number two, there are other ways to get your skincare to penetrate. I understand the concept of occlusion here, and often we do a similar thing on other body parts, not on the face, to occlude things like lidocaine if we're trying to numb the skin. But really, if you're using a good moisturizer, it does not need to be occluded. You can apply a good layer and leave it on. There are also face masks that will do a similar thing. No need to plastic wrap your face. This is just ridiculous. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I'm not exactly sure what ingredients are being applied to the skin, but clearly this is AI. This is not real. There is nothing that can remove clogged pores. I mean, please don't believe what you see in this video. If you want to help with clogged pores and dissolving sebum, the ultimate ingredient is salicylic acid, and the other great ingredient is retinol, which will help with cell turnover. So this is completely fake, ridiculous. This is just for hype. There's nothing scientifically that will extrude contents from pores in this fashion. This is crazy. Fake news. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I am a sucker for at-home devices, but we have to use them with caution. In this video, she's using the MetaQ Booster Pro device. It's a combination of LED, which is that red light, and microcurrent, and also electromagnetic stimulation. So you have to use a glide gel while using the device. But honestly, I think these can be really nice and a really nice self-care moment, but I don't think that they're game changers for overall skin health. That happens in the office. So in-office procedures are really going to provide you with more long-lasting results, whereas these devices are nice if you're going to be regular with them. But I find that so many patients spend all this money, get the devices, and then forget to use them or use them sometimes. And when you use them in that fashion, they're really not that helpful. And so if you want to invest in an at-home device, definitely do it, but pair it with your in-office procedures so you can get the maximum benefit. Oh my gosh, what is she doing? Potato slices? I just can't with these DIY things. I mean, okay, it's great to use natural products. I think that if you wanted to grab something from your shelf at home and try it and make sure that you don't have a reaction, potatoes, cucumbers, whatever you can find that's bland and not acidic, but it's not going to help with dark circles. First of all, we need to know the root of the dark circles. Like, why do you have dark circles? Or is it pigment? Is it puffiness? Is it fat that's sort of out pouching under the skin? Is it genetic? Potato slices are not not going to do anything for genetic causes of dark circles or for hyperpigmentation. So while it might be nice and cooling, it's really not going to provide any long-lasting results. So I don't know, save your potatoes to make French fries. And that's also why it's so important to see a board-certified dermatologist if you're concerned about dark circles. There are so many different causes. There's vascular, there's pigment, there's fluid accumulation, there's lymphatic, so there's genetics. So make sure you check in before you start to self-treat dark circles. Yikes, dry brushing your face. Oh, I just can't even think about all the potential dirt and bacteria and buildup and grime. I mean, how do you sterilize a brush? I don't think it's possible. So dry brushing, yes, it has its benefits on the body. It can stimulate blood flow. It can naturally exfoliate off that top layer of skin. It can promote lymphatic drainage, all these great things. But on your face and neck, stay away. There are other ways to massage the face. No need to use a dry brush. And then what are we doing here? Oh, we're doing raw honey. I'm not sure about that. I mean, honey has its benefits when it's formulated correctly, but we don't know where this honey came from. We don't know if it's going to cause a reaction. We don't know if it will clog your pores. I'm not a big fan of things that you can take out of the fridge or out of the pantry and put on your face. There's just so many different variables and we never know who's gonna react. So dry brushing followed by raw honey, it already is sort of creeping me out. And then what is she doing? Okay, so beef tallow. Oh my gosh, enough with the beef tallow. I get it, it's natural. It's a natural sebum. It can be moisturizing and hydrating. But again, we just don't have the data to support the benefits of beef tallow. I know it's been around for a really long time. I actually was sent a product with beef tallow and guys, honestly, I could not stand the smell. I tried it, I gave it a fair shot, but the smell was awful. So anyway, non-toxic. And she says this is a minimal skincare routine. I actually think this is a lot. So keep it simple. All you need to do is wash your face with a gentle cleanser. Cetaphil, CeraVe, just something super gentle, non-stripping, will still protect your moisture barrier. If this is your nighttime routine, apply a nice lightweight moisturizer. And then if you want to use a retinol, if that's what your routine looks like, then use a retinol. Please, if you have concerns about what to use that's non-toxic and affordable, please let us know. That's what we're here for. Stay away from the DIY stuff. I know, I get it. Finding a way to do Botox or to relax fine lines and wrinkles on the face without injections is all the rage right now. And there's so many great products out there that will help with fine lines and wrinkles and the process of aging and cellular turnover and collagen production. But to think that a stick full of ingredients, I'm not saying they're bad ingredients, but to think that a stick is going to give you the same effect as Botox. So I just think it's a little confusing that we're saying Botox in a stick because there's no way that anything is going to impact the way that the muscle interacts with the nerve other than neuromodulators. Okay, that's the definition of neuromodulators. So they prevent the nerve communicating with the muscle so that you can't make the expressions that you do over time as aggressively. It's not to take away expressions, it's really just to soften them so that you don't develop those etched lines on the skin. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with using these sorts of products and really working through those lines, but it's really helping the overall skin health so that over time the skin quality stays the same or improves, or even as a preventative measure. But to think it's going to give Botox-like effects, I think that's just completely ridiculous. Again, not to bash things that will help prevent the development of fine lines and etched lines, but really softening that movement over time is what's going to prevent long-term etched lines in the skin. Okay, so I actually love patches for the skin. I think they're a nice way to prevent movement in the same vein as like Botox in a stick. The patches aren't going to provide Botox-like results, but they will prevent movement overnight, especially if that's when you find yourself really scowling or making tense expressions. A lot of people come in and say that they've developed sleep lines overnight because they sleep on the side. And usually you can tell those are like vertical lines across the forehead or across the face. You know what I really love patches for is for the chest. So when you wake up and you have all of those vertical and horizontal lines on the chest, patches can really help with that folding of the skin overnight. night. So again, I think patches are great, but to think that they're gonna provide Botox-like results, completely false. They can help in the short term, but not in the long term. Okay, so we're looking at scaly hypopigmented patches on a woman with a darker skin tone. These can represent a number of different conditions, and of course on darker skin, things might look a little bit different, so it's not a shoo-in diagnosis, but we do see these hypopigmented patches in a condition called tinea versicolor, which is actually caused by a yeast that lives on the skin. And so it might be that she has some yeast on the skin and needs proper treatment for that in terms of an anti-yeast cream. This could also be a variant of seborrheic dermatitis, which is also caused by yeast. So yes, the grand big picture is this is probably a yeast type of infection on the skin that she's developed that has now taken away some of the pigment and become very scaly. So there are multiple treatments. There's over-the-counter Nizoral shampoo, which is an anti-yeast shampoo. There are also just over-the-counter antifungal creams that can help this, as well as a lot of moisture and a great skincare routine. But this is definitely a condition we see a lot in dermatology, and I hope she found help. Okay, so here's the bottom line. Just because something goes viral, it doesn't mean it's safe for your skin. Always check with your board-certified dermatologist before trying trending skincare hacks, especially if you have sensitive or problematic skin. What's the wildest skincare trend you've seen online lately? Drop it in the comments below and I might react to it in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe for more dermatology reactions to keep your skin safe from dangerous social media advice. And remember, when it comes to your skin, science beats trends every single time.